Welcome back to The Explainer. In today's incredibly fast-paced world, grabbing someone's attention instantly is literally a survival skill. So today, we're tearing down a really fascinating piece of ultra-short-form storytelling. It's a tiny, 60 to 90-second script called The Rainbow Mall Cleaning Crew. And let me tell you, it is surprisingly brilliant at packing in real conflict, hilarious physical comedy, and a totally satisfying payoff, all in the blink of an eye. Let's look at exactly how this thing is built, piece by piece.
So can twin babies and a puppy save a disastrously messy mall? That right there is the core conflict we are dropped directly into, boom. In under 90 seconds, the story sets up massive stakes and gives us these highly unlikely, incredibly tiny heroes to root for.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Act 1, The Rainbow Mall Disaster. Right off the bat, every good story needs an inciting incident, right? And this script drops us straight into the middle of a quantified disaster zone. It wastes absolutely zero time with long, boring preambles or tedious backstory. We aren't just talking about a little dust here. We've got popcorn everywhere, spilled juice creating this massive sticky hazard, and exactly 100 dropped rubber ducks. To make this instantly relatable and sensory, Puppy Coco is actually already sliding across the floor, just going boing right into that mountain of ducks. Meet our cleaning crew, Baby Max, Baby Mia, and their trusty sidekick, Puppy Coco. Notice how the script handles their very first reaction? With literally just one single line, "Whoa, this place is messy." We immediately understand they are completely overwhelmed. They aren't some magical, ultra-confident superheroes. They're just relatable, tiny characters acknowledging a huge problem right alongside us.
Which brings us to the rising action. Act 2, Mission and Silly Trouble.
The crew sees the problem, and they are ready to tackle it. But because of the super joyful tone of this whole script, they don't just grab a boring old broom. Baby Max actually shouts, "Cleaning dance mode! Activate!" For their equipment check, the twins arm themselves with these giant rainbow mops, while Puppy Coco gears up with funny cleaning goggles. It is absolutely perfect for setting up the slapstick comedy that's about to hit.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core comedic engine of the entire script, that massive gap between intent and reality. You see, their intent is pure. They just want to mop the floor and carefully clean up. But reality? Well, reality quickly goes completely off the rails. The mop actually turns into a whirring helicopter, causing absolute chaos. It's that classic, totally recognizable trope where the cure is somehow way more chaotic than the disease itself.
From there, the slapstick just escalates at breakneck speed. Step 1, Max spins way too fast. Step 2, Mia is suddenly completely covered in bubbles. Step 3, Puppy Coco is riding a runaway shopping cart, just happily waving as he flies by. Breaking it down like this shows exactly how the writer takes multi-layered physical comedy and makes it easily digestible for the audience without ever losing that frantic, hilarious energy.
All right, things are really heating up now. Act 3, The Ultimate Dance Battle. This cleaning mission has completely morphed into a sudden death dance competition. It's the absolute climax of the story. The script assigns visually distinct moves to every single character. Baby Max breaks out the robot dance, Baby Mia counters with an incredibly dizzying spin dance, but honestly, the real show stealer here is Puppy Coco, sliding across the floor with a totally flawless moonwalk. Seriously, it earns a massive wow from a newly formed crowd. It's this incredible high-energy peak that makes us completely forget about the original mess.
And finally, we reach the resolution. Act 4, a sweet surprise ending.
Somehow, against all odds, this wildly chaotic approach actually resulted in a completely successful mission. The visual transformation is total. We are talking shiny floors, happy shoppers, and colorful balloons everywhere. That absolute disaster zone from Act 1, it is completely gone. And to confirm this, the mall manager steps in, looks around the sparkling clean mall, and enthusiastically declares, "Amazing job." So, the crucial point here is that the manager doesn't just offer a simple pat on the back or a polite thank you, no way. The ultimate reward? One giant ice cream mountain. By making the payoff so incredibly massive and visually over the top, the script delivers a hugely satisfying, exaggerated reward for the totally chaotic 90-second journey we just took with these characters.
Which brings us to the final prompt of the script, and I'm going to turn it directly back to you. Right now, would you help clean the mall for a giant ice cream reward? Seriously, think about your answer, and just consider how effectively this tiny little script managed to tell a complete, hilarious, and engaging story from start to finish. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and I will catch you on the next explainer.